Welcome to The Flow, hosted by Bob Martin, slightly edgy glimpses into politics, culture, society, and being human.
Hello, good people. I was driving along this week and Simon and Garfunkel came on the radio. Bridge over troubled water. You know, I remembered the first time I heard it, I was young and it brought me to tears. Why? Because there's something in all of us that aches either to have a bridge over troubled water or maybe to be one, to be held up when we're weary, to hold someone else. The simple answer and the hard one is just to be a friend. Show up, tell the truth, stay in the room. And that's what I'm trying to do here. Not to add to the noise, just be a friend who shows up with something worth your time. And sometimes that means saying, this is complicated. So please stick with me because you can't see the big picture without most of the pieces. And this week has a lot of pieces, but they do fit together. And what they add up to is something every person who cares about this country needs to understand before November. I'll do the diving. I'll do the research. I'll go beneath the surface and bring it back up in a form that might actually be useful. Because the flow isn't about the flow of events. It's about the flow under the news. It's about the why under the what, the currents that are actually moving things, the knowledge that leads to wiser decisions, not just stronger opinions. And I want to hear from you. What are you seeing in your state, your community, your conversations about the Senate races? Not the House races, the Senate races. Are people paying attention to the Senate? Is there a Republican senator you would actually trust to hold the line on a Supreme Court nomination? So name them if you can. Tell me in the comments. I read every comment. So please comment, share, and subscribe. And consider becoming a paid subscriber. There's a lot of things I can't do, but I can do this. And every dollar in subscriptions after minor platform expenses goes to Doctors Without Borders, the World Kitchen, and Feed America. So let's get into it. Here's the short version. 2 aging Supreme Court justices are likely to step down in the next few years. Their replacements could reshape American law until 2055. The president picks them. The Senate confirms them with 51 votes. No law degree required. Winning the House changes none of that. The Senate is the ballgame. Now let's talk about why. Justice Alito and Thomas are 76 and 77 years old. Conservative legal circles have been openly predicting their retirement. And when they go, Trump nominates their replacements. People who could decide cases about your rights, your children's rights, the limits of presidential power, the meaning of the Constitution for the next 30 years. Unelected, unaccountable, unchallengeable. That is what is at stake. Here is what most people don't fully grasp. In 2017, Mitch McConnell eliminated the filibuster for Supreme Court nominations. It used to take 60 votes to confirm a justice. Now it takes 51. And the Constitution, I want you to hear this, the Constitution imposes 0 qualifications on who can be nominated. No law degree required. 51 senators and the right loyalty to the president, and you are on the court for life. That means Stephen Miller, Pete Hegseth, Donald Jr., or even Melania could be nominated and confirmed as Supreme Court justices. The only thing that makes it unbelievable is a failure of imagination. I want to stop here and be precise about something. The justices we are talking about are not conservative in the traditional sense. Classical conservatism honors precedent, institutional stability, the accumulated wisdom of the law. What this court has done is the opposite. Dobbs reversed Roe and 50 years of settled law. The Trump immunity decision handed a president something close to absolute immunity from criminal accountability. Hamilton built this republic because he feared unchecked executive power. These justices handed it out like a gift. And the ethics scandals, the undisclosed gifts, the refusal to recuse, they're not conserving the court, they're stripping and they're strip mining it. This is ideology wearing conservatism's clothing, and that matters when you think about who comes next. You don't have to imagine what this looks like. You've already seen the audition. Pam Bondi was confirmed as Attorney General and then fired for insufficient loyalty. She was replaced by Todd Blanche, Trump's personal criminal defense attorney, the man who defended him through a trial that ended in 34 felony convictions. Blanche took over, announced a nearly $1.8 billion fund that critics called a payout to January 6 rioters and Trump allies, killed it when Senate Republicans objected, and was then nominated for permanent attorney general anyway. That's not the standard. It's not legal brilliance. It's not institutional integrity. It's loyalty. And those same 51 Senate votes will confirm the next Supreme Court justice. And if you think a moderate Republican senator will save you, I have two words for you: Susan Collins. She guaranteed that Kavanaugh would not overturn Roe. He told her it was settled law. She voted yes. Roe fell. The promise of a moderate Republican senator is not a safeguard. It is a permission slip. Yeah, flip the House. Please do it. But understand that what you have and have not done. The Supreme Court does not answer to the House. It does not answer to elections or opinion polls or the news cycle. Once confirmed, a justice serves for life. Two of those lifetime seats are in play. The president has shown us exactly what his nominees look like. The nuclear option is loaded, and the Constitution asks zero questions. The Senate is where the next 30 years gets decided. The Senate is the ballgame. I'm Bob Martin, and this is The Flow.